I'm here today to compare these two grinders. Hi, it's Gail from Seattle Coffee Gear. I have the Breville Smart Grinder Pro, and the Pro means it's the later of the two smart grinders. It's the latest version. And I have the Rocky by Rancilio burr grinder. These are both burr grinders. Let's go over the Breville first. It has a 40mm conical burrs in there that make it all go round, and they're stainless steel. This one has electronics up here, and as I adjust the grind setting over here, you can see there's a pointer. It is a step grinder, goes from one to the other, and it goes down to espresso. It's not going to have as many true settings as I think this one here does. I think this really has a little bit more. This is just size. This doesn't really indicate how many settings you have. This is just numbers for reference for you. You can choose the cups, and as you go up to the coarser end, it assumes you're going to be doing percolator, so you can actually take this up to quite a few cups. Let's see, up to 12. And as you go down to a finer setting, or coarse or French press or percolator up in there, and as you get down to espresso, let's get down even further. 7 shots. 7. And I think if you go even further, oh, it's the same. 8 shots. Okay, and then this is the grind time over here. And you can adjust that right here. See, you can adjust the grind time. So you have some electronics built into this machine. Stainless steel casing, clad casing over plastic. It comes with these holders that go in here, and one is for the 50mm portafilter, which Breville makes on some of their machines, and the other one is a 58, so it's a little bigger. And you'll note when you get that in there, there's a magnet, and it goes right in and pop. Has a grounds tray here in case you have some spillage. You can take that out, and that's magnetic as well. It also comes with a container to grind, like for drip or something like that, grind right down into it if you put that under there like that. And then the rubber stopper that you can have some ground coffee in there, and it keeps it as fresh as possible. Obviously, beans that are being ground aren't so good, so you don't want to keep it for too long. That's the whole purpose of having a grinder, is that you can grind on demand. The bean hopper up here holds a whole pound. It has a rubber gasket around with a nice handle for the on and the off. The one nice feature that Breville does on a lot of their grinders is you can actually take this off. I get a bean in there, I think. There we go. And look, it shows that you can't use the grinder when it's in that position. It disables it so that you don't grind up your fingers. Shuts off. There's a valve down here that shuts this off. Let's say you want to change your beans. You can just open this up and let it rip. I'm going to save some of those beans though. And then you can change out your beans, put this back on, like if you want decaf or something like that at night. So that's the Breville Smart Grinder Pro. Now let's come over to the Rocky grinder, and this is a 50mm flat burr set. Flat instead of conical, which is more like this. This machine goes from 0 up to about, and I'm going to go about, the numbers stop at 40. It goes up to about 55 or so. It goes from everything from French press right down to a very fine espresso. Neither of these machines are going to do Turkish, so don't expect Turkish out of these. This is the doserless grinder, which means it grinds right down into whatever you put under it. This is for holding the portafilter. You can put a portafilter right on here, grind right down into it, or you can take this out, put a container under here, and grind down into it. On this machine, there's an on-off button for your main power over here, and then if you actually want to grind, you hold this on, and then let it go. You have to hold it on. On this one here, you can actually, and it will shut itself off depending on what you have this set for, or this. Let's take that down. That's seconds. Done. So it stops itself. And as you can see, that's on the fine setting. I'm going to show you that. I'm going to dump this out, and I'm going to dump this on here, and then I'm going to also do some on a fine setting on the Rancilio here. So I made an adjustment to that. I'm going to throw that out because it's going to have some of the old setting and it's going to have some of the new. Okay, I know that this is hard on film to really see what the difference is between these, but I'm just going to go by feel, by touch. This is definitely finer. By a couple of settings, I would say. If I was to say this one goes down to 5, this one goes down to 0. A little bit finer. Now I want to take it up to a coarser setting, up to the coarsest, and let's see what it does as well. I didn't mention, this has a stainless steel casing here, and this is a cast metal casing, so the whole thing is metal, true metal. Bigger motor than you're going to find in the Breville, bigger burrs, a little bit faster, 50 versus 40 makes it go a little bit faster. So let's take this up to a coarse setting and see what kind of road gravel we come up with. Again, I made a change, so I'm going to dump some of that out. Move over. That's pretty coarse. Consistency on most grinders goes down as you go coarser, which is, no different here. Let's take this one up to a coarse setting and see what it does. Now, these are not at the same price point either. There is a considerable difference between the two machines as far as price point, and that's listed on our webpage. Going to throw that out. This has a pause feature too. I don't know if you noticed as this was going down. It's got 5 seconds left. Now if I start over, it's going to continue where it left off and finish that grind. That pause is kind of nice. That's so that you can be filling your portafilter and you get it half full and you want to just, shake it out and make it level. It gives you that opportunity to do that. Boy, I would say not as coarse, definitely not as coarse. The range is not as fine, not as coarse, so your range is narrowed down a bit. This has more settings. I would say the consistency, as this sits right here right now, is a little more consistent, but it's not as coarse. And as you go coarser, the consistency gets worse on any grinder. So I would say as far as that goes, they're comparable. So there's the two grinders that we're talking about today, the Smart Grinder Pro, the Rocky by Rancilio. Not as many electronics, beefier, bigger burrs, bigger motor, bigger everything. More electronics, more of those comfort features, that people like to have. So check it out on our webpage. It's really what's going to work best for you. That's, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you don't do the thumbs down, please. Just the thumbs up. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's easy. It's quick. Get her done.